Hi, we're here at Clovis, New Mexico, once again inside the Evolution warehouse, and I had the opportunity, ran into this man to the right of me, Abel, the silent assassin, Cullum. It's good to see you, Abel.
Doing great, man.
I'm doing great. Now, this is tough for me to talk about, and we know this. I'm a big-time fan of yours, man, and you're coming off a big loss, and I hate to do it, but I have to ask you about it. Tell me about that fight.
Well, you know what? That fight with Jimmy Rivera was it was a tough fight. You know, I kind of underestimated his skills and in some way kind of disrespected him. I got too comfortable in my position as a champion, I think. And when I went out there, I was expecting him to use his wrestling to take me down and put me on my back. So I was prepared to work off my back, but I didn't anticipate him using his wrestling to keep me from taking him down. And I guess that being part of it, another part would be just not staying focused the entire fight. I think I lost focus at some point during the fight, and that whenever you lose focus, man, that's what ends up happening.
Man, you said a word earlier, and it's really rare to hear a fighter admit that they might have underestimated an opponent. Talk to me about, you know, that's a really introspective looking at yourself, saying, hey man, I think I underestimated him. Is that maybe part of your mentality or part of how you train? You know, be introspective, looking at yourself, trying to find your mistakes?
Definitely. You know, I train it's a family-owned and operated gym. I train with people that know me better than I know myself, you know. And they were telling me all along leading up to it, and I just, you know, when you're the champion and you believe your own crap, and I just wasn't listening. And I definitely learned from that. You know, everybody be ready for my next fight, because you'll see how much I learned from that loss. And I'm not going to take anybody lightly. I'm going to do whatever I can to finish the fight and make it fun in the meantime.
So how long do you think it'll be before we have an opportunity for you to rematch to get your belt back?
That's not up to me. I'll be in the gym. I'll be working my butt off, being ready for it, and be ready to bring that belt back home to Tucumcari, New Mexico.
Right, it can't be too long, you know what, maybe 2 or 3 fights, but that's just from my point of view.
Whatever it takes, I'll be ready, man, I'll tell you that.
That's awesome. What else do you have going on? I know that you were just in Utah a couple months ago filming a show, maybe?
Yeah, actually, on a lighter note, there we go. We filmed the episode of Bully Beatdown, and that was wonderful. Season 3 will actually be premiering November 11th. I'm not sure which episode I'll be in, which order they'll put them in, but just watch Season 3. I know the ones I watched are all great, so you'll be in for a great season of MTV's Bully Beatdown.
So we can't ask you too much, but you did have a good time, and they took good care of you down there.
They took great care of me. I had a great time, and I think you all have a better time watching it, because it was just fun. It was fun.
I know I send about 3 or 4 letters a week to him over there. Dear Mayhem Miller, I get picked on. Please save me. He hasn't answered me back yet, but you know.
Hey, man.
So talk to me about Evolution. I know your brother's on the fight card. How's he looking and how's he training?
He's looking good. We train full time, you know. So I think that's one of our biggest assets, is that we do train full time. We you know, owner operators of a gym. We're always working to improve. I mean, he's pushing me as much as I'm pushing him, and we both know what we need to work on, and we both know what it takes to improve on those things we need to work on. And I think that's, like I said earlier, you know, we know each other so well, because we're brothers. We got my father, my main coach over at Cullum Ground Fighting, and it's just literally one big family, and we definitely are always working to improve. And with Evolution, you know, I'm excited to see that, you know, they're giving him the respect to making him the main event for the amateur card. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really happy. I'm liking what Martin Singletary is doing with the production. I know he's put a lot into it. I mean, I'm looking at the cage sitting right over there. Look, I mean, hearing everything about it, seeing the website, I'm loving it. And you know, everything he puts his hands on, he's successful. I mean, I'm standing next to 2 beautiful SS's, nice brand new trucks, and a beautiful building. You know, they obviously know what they're doing when it comes down to it. And I think everybody's in for a great show.
Where do you think Jeremiah's at? You know, he's young and he's just starting out, and I find this extreme dichotomy between, you know, your first couple of fights at maybe smaller level shows, and Jeremiah, he jumped right into the big stage. Talk to me about the difference, and do you think that's going to hamper or help him in the future?
Well, I mean, the main thing is it's the sport's evolved so much, you know, and I'm happy for the opportunity for him to fight in a show like of this caliber, and I think with that comes some pressure. You know, I mean, they've invested a lot into every one of their fighters. They got the pro cards looking good, the rest of the amateur fights are looking good, it puts a little bit of added pressure, but you know, knowing Jeremiah, he should be able to respond well and put on a great show.
Right now, we've got a top secret announcement that I'm super stoked to be able to make for you guys, and that is that Evolution has added yet one more commentator to our commentary team. So right now, our lineup is Ox Wheeler, the world famous Crisco Kid, Sal Mora from ESPN Radio, and also this gentleman right here, the silent assassin, Abel Cullum. Abel, why don't you talk to me a little bit about the concept that they're talking about using for the commentation?
Well, you know, I was really excited when they proposed that to me. They're kind of making it sound like they're going to have me talking about one corner, either the blue or the red, and have Ox on the opposing corner, and talking kind of almost as a cornerman perspective and what we see as professional fighters, what the fighters inside the cage should actually be doing. And it's something I've never seen before in a fight. I think it's really innovative, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it pans out. I know Ox, you know, is never lacking in the personality department, and his knowledge is definitely up there with some of the best. And so I think it should go really well to give the fans a different perspective of what fighters are thinking about the fight, not just them as fans.
You know, for my end, I'm going to be looking forward to going back and watching the show again just to hear what you and Ox have to say, because that is kind of meaty to know from an actual fighter's point of view what you might possibly want to be doing to maneuver out of that. That's exciting, man.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking forward to it. We'll see how it pans out, but that's definitely going to be an exciting addition to the show.
So that's October 30th. GoFightLive.tv.
Go Fight Live.
Pay-per-views only $9.95. Come on, you've got Ox Wheeler, Abel Cullum, Sal Mora, Crisco Kid, 17 fights, a pro card for days. You don't want to miss it.